Hello, everyone. I am just trying to figure out what I'm going to do today after my workday and this weekend. And so, one of the first things I do is look at the weather to see what it's going to be like outside. And I figured I would just make a recording so you can see kind of what I look for when I'm looking at the weather. I go to the NOAA because the NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, these guys are kind of like the NASA of weather. They're the ones that gather all of the initial information and all the data, and then weather forecasters that you see on TV or hear on the radio or any weather app that you use, they're getting all of their data from the NOAA anyways. And so I like to just go right to the source. And with some knowledge of forecasting, I can look at the data and make a more specific forecast for myself and my location. So we will put in the zip code for Little Falls and see what we see. Looking at just the general forecast, you can see that today and tonight there's probably not going to be any rain. We've got mostly cloudy skies. If you look outside right now, those clouds should break up a little bit this afternoon, but then the clouds will build back up tonight and into tomorrow. And then we've got a chance of rain from Friday afternoon all the way through the weekend. Although Saturday, Sunday, it says chance of thunderstorms. That typically means that we'll have a storm and then it'll clear for a while. Maybe not clear skies, but the precipitation will end. Typically, thunderstorms are not going to last all day, whereas here, this kind of weather right here might be a little bit of a washout, although the percentage is not super high. So tomorrow night or Saturday morning, I would look at a Doppler radar to see exactly where the precipitation is over our area and if it's actually kind of edging in on the Little Falls area. Okay, so we can get a general forecast just looking here and then reading some of the descriptions down here. But what I like to also do is look at the actual data. So here, this graph here shows different pieces of data, and it goes it's reported for every hour, and then the graph here shows 3-hour increments. So here's noon today, 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m., midnight, and then you can see that it goes into Friday throughout the day, and then this would be the beginning of Saturday. Okay, and we can fast forward a couple days as well if we want more of a forecast. So this first line right here is showing temperature. You can see temperature in red here, and that is showing right here. So our peak temperature today is going to happen right around 6 o'clock, and it'll be in the low 70s. We take another dip. Tomorrow won't be quite as warm, pretty close, and then so on if we go forward. You can see that on Saturday evening, 75, so a little bit warmer, and then Sunday evening, 75. So we'll be a little bit warmer Saturday and Sunday evening than we are today and tomorrow. Okay, I'll go back to our current. Another thing I like to look at is wind, right? I want to go on a run this afternoon after my school day. And wind is important because I don't like to run against the wind on my way home. So I'll either choose to run against the wind on my way out and then have the wind push me back home, or I like to run parallel to the wind. These little posts here point at the direction that the wind is coming from, and they are reported. Wind is always named after the way it's blowing from. So this little post is pointing to the southeast. So the wind is moving from the southeast up towards the northwest. All right, so I'm going to want to run southeast, and then on my way home, the wind will push me back. And these little feathers on the end of this post just show how fast the wind is moving. So right here, we've got these are all 15 knot winds, 10 knot wind. It dies down to a 5 knot wind here, back up to a 10 knot wind, and so on. And if we look forward a couple days, we can see that the wind stays about the same. It's going to be right around 10 miles an hour for throughout the weekend. And you can see here in Sunday, the noon hour, it's shifting a little bit. It's not coming from the southeast anymore. It'll be shifting till it's coming from the southwest. And then actually completely shifting around when we get into, let's see, Sunday. When we get into Monday, the wind will be coming from the northwest and blowing to the southeast. So opposite of what we've got right now. I go back again. Another thing I want to look at is sky cover. Okay, so that's in percentage of the sky that's covered in clouds, and that's in blue. Right now, it looks like it's kind of hard to see there, but we're right at about 50% cloud cover. It goes down a little bit in the afternoon. That means the clouds will break up a little bit, and we might get some peaks of sunshine this afternoon. That's always nice to know. I like to be outside when the sun is peeking through, but then the cloud cover is going to build through Friday day and then remain fairly high. It's going to be kind of a gloomy weekend. Precipitation potential is also another big piece of information that is helpful to us. You can see here throughout the day our percentage of precipitation, the chance of precipitation is very low. We're not going to get rain today. But that builds also tomorrow afternoon. It starts building to about 50% precipitation. If we go forward, look down here, that's going to kind of remain like a 50-50 chance, right, over the next couple days. And then down here shows how much rain. Okay, so we've got a 40% chance of heavier rain at 9 a.m. on Sunday, whereas at 9 p.m. Saturday night, we have a 68%, or no, a 23% chance of less rain. Okay, so you can see the chance of rain here and then how heavy the rain is going to be here. Down here in the red, that shows thunder. Okay, so let me back up to current. If we look down here, no chance of rain, no chance of thunder. As that chance builds up right here, the chance of the heaviest rain, that chance is going to be tomorrow afternoon, and with it you can see there is a chance of thunder as well. And what we know about thunderstorms is they don't last all day, so there might be, this is the chance, it doesn't mean it's going to rain all the way through, it just means that the chance is higher for heavier rain and thunder. And so tomorrow, if I wanted to make plans tomorrow night and into Saturday, I would definitely be looking at the Doppler radar, because that shows exactly where, if I click right here, shows, can't see much now because there isn't moisture in the air falling on us, but that's where you would see those green blobs of precipitation. And because the chance is right around 50%, I would want to look to see where that precipitation lines up with where Little Falls is, right? Because it could be pouring in St. Cloud and we could get no precipitation here. And so when you're looking at the chance of precipitation, the Doppler radar is really the best place to go for an accurate forecast of really where that rain line is. All right, so I encourage you to check out the NOAA site and just type in the zip code or type in Little Falls, and you'll get all of this current weather data. And again, this is where meteorologists go to make their forecasts that you see on the news. They're going to get all of these different pieces of information, and then using what they know about how weather works, they combine all this data to give you their best forecast for the next couple days. And you can do that yourself because you know about weather now. All right, I hope you are well, and I'll talk to you soon.